Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Voice of Cards. I did the thing again. Start of the episode, there's going to be a lot of that in this LP. Yes, I would like to progress forward by pressing B. There we go. So, last time we left off, we finally made it out here into the real world, and we also got a new character. In, Melanie, I believe your name was? I don't see it listed anywhere here, so... yeah, I believe your name is Melanie, so let's go explore. They told us to stick to the path, but of course we are not going to do that because we are stupid, stupid fools. So let's see how this goes. Alright, what in the world? I feel horrible about murdering this, actually. So let's see, you have 8 attack. Neither of these will kill the thing, I don't believe. So let's just go with this. Kablooey. Okay, never mind it. Probably would have killed it since I crit. That was lucky. Alright, well you're gonna die because this is going to do... so you have 3 defense. I do 9 damage. This will do 6. Unless I miss. Okay, you know, that's fair. You do 11 damage, so... this should do 8. There we go. And if we get the crit, then it does an extra 4.
Fortune favors the bold.
That it does. How... okay, you do 1 damage. I was about to say, how do you even have 7 attack damage, friend? Let's just do flame on you. I have so many crystals. There we go. Oh, cool, and they're weak to fire. Good stuff. That was a fight for the ages. Was it? I, like, murdered some fluff balls. Mara leveled up. Got an extra attack, 2 more HP. And you learned Body Slam. Deal damage equal to value of 2 rolled dice. Ooh, okay. So, let's open the menu. So do I have to equip these new skills? Set up skills. I do. Oh wait, no, they have them here. Okay. Oh yeah, because you could only slash before. So, these should be active in combat now, right? I would assume so. Okay, you have no abilities or anything, but... we'll check combat next time to make sure those, that new heal skill is actually active for, Ash. I'm trying to reveal all the spaces, and it's really just getting me in more combat than I need. I love this music. It feels very... I'm going to a Renaissance festival in like a week or two, because my wife used to work at them and loves them, and they are very, 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 very fun. So I also want to go. That's not the only reason I'm going. But, yeah. It makes me think of Renaissance festivals. Bluey, 15, you're dead. Okay, so we need to find what elements everyone... okay, so yeah, heal is listed here now. So we don't have to equip new cards. It seems like when they get new cards, they just learn them. Ash doesn't seem like the healing type. So it's very interesting that Ash is the healer of the group. Because Ash seems like they would find someone choking and dying on the road and be like, eh. Okay, you have 4 defense, I do 12 damage. This should do 8. See, why did it do 9? So I don't get. Maybe there's some variance. Maybe maybe you can have a high or low roll like in Pokemon, but that's very weird for a card game. Usually card games work in absolutes, so good warrior, waste no time. I just don't understand why that did slightly higher. It would be weird if there were rolls because I have never played a card game that does not deal in absolutes. So let's go look at monsters. I haven't really looked at these yet. There's 40. As these little fluffs mature, their fur grows until it covers their faces. As this is quite the existential threat, they entice other monsters to trim their fur so they can see. Really? Okay, and you have other stories. The little fluffs mature, their fur grows until it covers their faces. This is quite the existential threat, they entice other monsters. Interesting. Kind of reminds me of, the dog breed, oh god, what are they called? Why is that escaping me right now? One sec, let me think on that. Goblins love pranks by nature and frequently leap out in front of adventurers they suspect will make good playmates. Sadly, this tends to leave them battered and bruised. Oh, the goblin just wants to play. Okay, so the dog breed I was thinking of was Shar-Pei. So I learned something about Shar-Peis recently. There's 3 different types of Shar-Peis, and the generic Shar-Pei that everyone knows of, with like the foldy skin and everything. Apparently something that happens to them is basically every single one of those kinds of Shar-Peis, once they reach a certain part of their life, unless you get a special surgery for them, they go blind. Because their skin folds down in front of their eyes and they can't see, which is sad. Listen carefully in any woodland and you're bound to hear the methodical tap-tapping of these little fellows' wooden mallets. Monsters consider them master craft orcs. Little orc child. Oh. Well, that's adorable. I love that everyone has different stories associated with them as well. It's very cute. Also, this game was only $30, so I'm kind of expecting it not to be super long, and that bestiary kind of lends itself to that idea. Also the character page as well. Ooh, treasure. Treasure chest found. A soothstone. Cool, generate 3 gems. That'll be useful in like a boss fight, I think. Enemy appears. Ooh, I'm on a different type of square. This might be dangerous. Or a different type of card, sorry.
Don't hold back.
Okay, not too bad. I still don't know what you guys are weak to. Have I tried? I think I've tried fire on you. So let's see, you do, this does attack plus 3 damage, so it'll do 11. Which is kind of pointless. Or wait, no, 11, it'll do 7. Okay, no, we'll do that. Because you have 4 defense, so... 11... Yeah, it'll do 7. Trying to make sure I'm doing my basic math here correctly, excuse me. 9. Yeah, I think there's some variance. I don't think I should be treating this like Slay the Spire and stressing out too much over the damage. Inflict defense down if it rolls 4 or greater. Oh, is that a D12? Yeah, we have defense down. Cards afflicted with defense down have lower defense. Yep. Ailments last either a set number of turns or until the end of the battle. Cards cannot be afflicted with more than 1 ailment at a time. Instead, the new ailment will replace the old one. Okay. Check card ailments with the Y button. Deal damage equal to the value of 2 rolled dice. And since they're D12s, that's pretty good. So, let's use it on you. Oh no, these are D6s. Okay. Roll with the B button to calculate damage. Kablooey. Okay, that honestly would have been better if I had not. If I had just done the basic, I think. That would have been more effective. I wish there was like a turn order thing that we could see. So I'd know who was going next. But, we'll just do that. You'll do 4 damage, so... Or 5. Yeah, there must be a roll associated with the damage. I have had enough time to check if I'm doing the math correctly now, and I'm fairly sure I'm doing the math correctly, so... I think there's just a sort of roll associated with the damage. You can have a high or low roll. So... If all you're gonna do is intimidate me, that's not really gonna do much, friend. Deal damage equal to the value of 2 rolled dice. I mean, I guess that's good against enemies with very high defense, but... Well, no, wait. Deal damage equal to the value of 2 rolled dice. And they were D6s. So, you already have 12 attack. So to even do the same amount of damage as your ram... Wouldn't you need to have 2 perfect rolls? That's weird. Right? I'm not crazy, I don't think. Good warrior wastes no time. Sure doesn't. Ash leveled up! Okay, so we got another HP, another defense, and a speed. And you learn Lightning Strike. Add value of a roll to attack and deal bolt damage. Okay, so you do a little bit more damage, and it's elemental. Mara leveled up again too. And Melanie leveled up again too. Cool. Zephyr. Wind damage. Okay, we're getting all the elements now. This is good. We've fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked the Orc Child enemy story. Oh, would you look at that? Why don't we go check that out? Collection. Alright. That was this one. Listen carefully in any woodland, yeah, and you'll hear the tapping these little mallets. Night after night, the orc children scour the corpses of the monsters they've killed, searching for the raw materials necessary to make their next instrument of death. Oh, they were so cute before, but now they're horrible. In any woodland, and you're bound to hear the methodical, yeah, monsters consider them master craft orcs. Night after night, the orc children scour the corpses of the monsters they've killed. Okay, so they make their weapons out of monster parts. Yeah, alright. You're still kind of adorable, orc children, so I won't hold it against you. Well, I want to see what's over here, even though I'm... You know what? We should probably save. It did say save often, right? Just in case. So, we are gonna save. There we go. Because, yeah, that last autosave was a bit ago, I think. I may have gotten the date wrong there. Event?
Lying in the grass, you find an old telescope. You figure a look at the path ahead can't hurt. Pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Peering through the lens, you see something in the distance, but you can't tell exactly what. All you know is there's something up ahead. You should be able to tell for certain what it is if you get closer.
Why am I so zoomed in if it's so far away? Wouldn't it be zoomed out? What will you do? Inch closer, rush up to it, go around. Maybe it tells me if I can peek at the card over there on the right, because right now it just says back, so... I think inching closer is probably a good idea.
Leave the janky telescope where you found it, and make your way cautiously toward what you saw.
It made a little ding sound. Maybe that was the right one to choose?
Looks like some monsters prowling about.
Yeah, that makes sense. I recognize the bag now. Will you fight them? I mean, we can. Or should I let it be? I mean, if they're not attacking me, you know.
You do the monsters a solid and leave them in peace.
Yeah, they're fine. I don't need to fight them if they're not going to be aggressive at me. There we go. Ooh, 500G. Thank you. It's a pretty good amount of G. Ooh, it's a pretty good amount of G. Alright. Event, another one. Okay, I guess I'm narrating this one, narrator. Lying in the grass, you find an old telescope. You figure like oh. Okay, we're doing this again, huh? There's a new type of... Yeah, you can't tell exactly what. What will you do? Well, I guess I can see what the other ones are. Rush up to it.
Drawing upon your courage, you toss the janky telescope aside and charge ahead with your friend.
Oh no!
What you saw was only an old woman. You and your friends stumble over one another and barrel straight into her.
All I saw was the blade, so I was like, what?
Ow! Someone shouts. Seems like someone met the wrong end of the knife the woman was holding when you collided.
Oh no!
I didn't do it, cries the woman, running off without even a hint of remorse.
The head of your party took 5 damage. Oh no! I ran straight into the knife. Okay, so we really gotta pay attention to what those things are and choose the correct options, but inching forward seems like it would always be the best option, so... I don't know, man. Alright, so you guys were weak to fire, so later, nerd. Gotta find the elemental weaknesses of other things. That is a death.
Nice work.
Thank you. Add value. Yeah, we'll just do a normal attack. We're probably faster than this guy now, so... Yeah, you can probably just finish it off now, right? Yeah, you should be able to. 12 attack, it has 4 defense. Boom. Gotcha. Yup. 40 gold. I'll take it. Depending on how often the random battles start happening, I may start cutting some of those out in the future. Is there not a version of the map I can look at? I was kind of hoping there was. Yeah. I don't see one. My obsession with seeing the entire map is getting me into a lot of battles. Oh, hey, you're new, I think. You're like a slime? You know, let's try Zephyr here. So you have 3 defense, so... boom. Boom. Oh. Well, that sucks. Still did a pretty hefty amount of damage, though. And let's lightning strike you. So you weren't weak to that, so let's try lightning. Are you weak to lightning? Wow, 2 1s. I'm great. I should never play D&D. Okay, you weren't weak to lightning either. So you're not weak to fire, lightning, or wind. Fortunately, even if I do find out what you're weak to, it doesn't remind me of that in battle, so... I am just going to have to remember. I think that was a new monster, so... Yep. You know what they say, your hero's journey hasn't begun until you squashed a couple of slimes underfoot. This is absolutely 100% true. That and giant rats. It's a staple. Enemy appears. What, at the sign? Oh, well, I probably gotta read the sign. This is probably just a random battle that happened to be over here. Well, I know what you're weak to, so goodbye, orc. Oh wait, no, you weren't the one. Shit, it was the other guy. Whoopsie. Look at me getting way too confident. It was that guy on the right that was weak to fire, but I still don't really think we're gonna have that much of an issue. I still don't understand the point of this. Deal damage equal to the value of 2 rolled dice. Does it go through armor? That's the only thing I could think of. Does it go through armor? You know what? Let's try it. Let's try it. Does it go through armor? Is that what is useful about this skill? So 4, 5. Yeah, it does. It goes through armor. Okay, that makes more sense then. You just healed yourself. Interesting. Okay, so it goes through armor. That is the point of that particular skill. Gotcha. So on very high defense enemies, we should be using that. Okay. I was a bit confused at first, but... Because yeah, that thing had 3 defense, we rolled a 5 and it still did 5. This way to Thriston. Okay, Thriston was... Follow the road leading out of Nexton. Okay, so we're supposed to follow the road, but I have not been doing this. Because, I like to explore. Ooh, Inspire Elixir, yes! We got ourselves a Phoenix down. That is ideal. Enemy appears. Alright, what do you got for me, nerd? Just 2 of you guys. I wish I had an AoE fire attack. Fortunately, I do not. Death. Critical and weak. Ow. Poor thing. Okay, so... Let's just, do an attack. I think we're fast enough to where you don't even get a turn now. I think we're sort of over-leveled, because I am doing some exploring. So, these enemies just never get a chance to attack me before I murder them all. Alright, victory. Yep. Treasure. Oh wait, this is new. Right. Restores 20 HP to a target. Cool, quality salve. I get the best thing there. Neato. I still haven't had to use items yet. Fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Furball's enemy story. Is that just for killing a certain amount of them? Alright, well, let's look at that before we forget, why don't we? Bum, 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 bum. Love this music. Alright, Furball. As these little fluffs mature, their fur grows until it covers their faces. Oh yeah, this is the one that made me talk about sharp haze. This is quite the existential threat they encourage other monsters to trim it. These creatures shed rapidly as they age. Upon losing the last of their fur, they cry out the remainder of their bodily fluids, leaving behind a nearly mummified husk. Oh, all of these are going to be awful, aren't they? Upon losing the last of their fur, they cry so much that they become mummified. Ugh. Oh, that's awful. YOKO TARO, why? Event, alright.
The wind picks up speed. A tornado is forming.
Quick, harness it and make it your own magic spell. Roll a 4 or higher to avoid the danger. Yeah! Eat it.
You anticipate the tornado's path correctly and avoid getting swept up.
Alright, cool, cool. Look at me. Wonder if it would have tossed me somewhere random on the map too, or only done damage. Event. Oh, wow, this one again. Okay. What we got this time? Okay, that's the lady again. Passing through the lens, you see something in the distance. You can't tell exactly what. See, last time I saw this, I thought it was a different type of enemy that was also... Like, obviously I knew this was a blade, but I thought it was a new type of enemy that was brandishing some sort of blade, so that's why I rushed them. I didn't expect it to be the old lady. What will you do? Inch closer. There we go. I didn't say this was the correct choice. Like, it didn't make the little sound.
Looks like it was only an old woman. You try to say hello, but she wanders off without even registering your presence.
Okay, at least we can see something new with those each time. I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. Sometimes you gotta go like a weird roundabout way to get to the various areas. I suppose that could be solved by me clicking where I want to go, but the game seems more made towards the controller, so I don't know. Let you with the Zephyr. So far the game's pretty easy. Oh, really? Wonder what the percent chance to miss is. That was a good roll too. Yeah, I do wonder what the percent to miss is. If there is one, because it doesn't show it here. I would like if it would show it. But since the abilities themselves don't have any sort of, like, miss chance or accuracy on them, I'm going to guess it's just based off of the enemy's speed, or it's just like, there's a 10% chance all attacks will miss. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. I'm really on a little side path now, jeez. Okay, well, you're easily murderable. You weird mummified, future mummified husk. Are we gonna see the mummified husk version of them at some point? I'm kind of interested now. There's no point in not doing lightning roll, because it's just a better version of my regular attack. And you just rammed them. Go Bluey. I wonder if we're gonna get like one more character and that's all the characters we get for the entire game, or if we're gonna get multiple party members and we can switch them out. Hey, good level up, Melanie. So, 18 and 7 defense. Did you level up before everyone else? Everyone else still level 3? They are. Huh. How did you level up before everyone else? How did you get the become the one with the most XP? Whatever. Alright, so let's see how it does doing this. Okay, it's way better controlling this with a mouse actually. Huh. Maybe I should be controlling the game with mouse. Let's try it in combat. So clicking actually progresses instead of me having to press B. Let's see. Let's do flame on you. Okay. Oh, I have to double click to... Wait, what is... Okay. Yeah, I have to, like, double click to get it to go off. Oh, you were weak to fire.
Congrats.
I thought I tried that on you. I never did, I guess. Okay, so slimes are weak to fire and fluff balls are weak to fire. Gotcha. 2 more HP, 1 more attack. Nice. Alright, yeah, maybe the game is way better to control with mouse. Because the movement in particular is just so much easier with the mouse. Because it's kind of hard with an analog stick to be like, I want to go this particular direction, because the game works in a lot of diagonals, it doesn't work in like cardinal directions. Okay, that's a lot of you. So yeah, you have to double click real fast to actually select which one you want to use. I think this is mostly a console release, so I was like, oh, it's unfortunate that they don't have like a special cursor or something for your character. We just use my mouse, my generico Windows mouse. So yeah. You have to like click like 3 times to get it to attack here in combat. It feels like the controller is better for combat and the mouse is better for movement, which is weird. There you go. But I'll probably get used to it, so it's fine. Attack, thank you, there we go. Slashy slashy. Yeah. It definitely feels like the controller's better in combat, the mouse is better for movement. I mean, I suppose I could use both of them. Just when I get into combat, switch to the controller if I just set it like kind of close to me. 2 HP, 6 defense, cool. Treasure. I want the left one. An antidote. Okay. Is it always going to be those 3 things? I think the last time I got a treasure drop, it was a bunch of slimes as well. Oh, cool. Okay, now we got Slime's story. Let's go ahead and check that out, why don't we? There we are. Alright, Slime, what's the deal with you? Your hero's journey hasn't started. Though the vast majority are killed when they're young, those few that do survive into adulthood reportedly grow large enough to swallow villages whole. Crazy. So yeah, they just keep growing and growing and growing. They're like, there's a few animals like that that just grow infinitely, basically. So they can get monstrously large. Like, a lot of fish, just will keep growing, basically. As long as they don't have a predator that eats them, they'll just keep growing until they're the biggest fish in the pond, and they'll just eat everybody else. Okay, another old telescope. Wow, this lady, why are you out here so much? Are you finding a new husband to murder? Hopefully you won't have to murder this one. Hopefully they'll be cool. Alright, what will you do? I will go around.
Figuring it's best not to go looking for trouble, you decide to detour around it. Still, you can't help wondering what that thing was.
I know what it is. As long as I don't get stabbed again because I charge headlong. Ooh, Western Cave. Hello.
It's pitch black inside the cave. Who knows what dangers lurk within? Maybe you should prepare first.
Enter Western Cave. Let's not yet. How about we'll save right here and probably end this episode off, I guess. And then the next time we'll go into that spooky looking cave. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Voice of Cards, and I'll see you next time.